YouTube. Good afternoon. I go by the name of A, or your favorite uncle. And this is my first vlog. I'm trying to get my sneaker and fragrance channel up and running. And what not a better way to start off than the Reimagined 5s, the black metallic Johns. We on our way to go get those things right now. See how they look in hand. I still ain't seen them in person yet. Ripping and running, working, things of that nature or whatever. So I ain't get a chance to get my early pairs and my footwork and all that kind of stuff like that. But come along on this journey with me. And we about to check out some flash.
Go to church if you niggas scared. Pray for me, bitch, I've been prepared. Move weight, lose weight like that nigga Jared. Snow on.
Look, listen. So all year we've been hearing how, you know, Mike's about to go back to being limited, things of that nature. Like your GR pairs ain't gonna be as easy to cop as they was in the past previous years. Shit ain't gonna be sitting like a duck no more. You ain't gonna be able to double back and grab some OGs for $140 and all that kind of stuff like that. I feel like this shoe right here is that first shoe that's really about to kick that off. You know, all week we've been seeing, oh, it's only 48,000 pairs. It's only 65,000 pairs. I woke up, maybe it's what, 12:27 right now. I got up probably like 2 hours ago exactly. And it's gonna be a lot of people that gotta eat that L today. Or they probably gonna have to pay that tax or whatever the case may be, because this that first shoe that's the wake up call. Like, you gotta go back to putting that leg work in to be able to cop what you want. So we heading out to Southland this tomorrow, where I caught my pair from, or I was able to strike my pair from. For some reason, I always, you know, strike the Southland, 12 Oak Mall, one or the other. So I always got to take that trip across town. But we can't wait to see how these things look in hand. I'm excited about this. This is probably what, the 7th or 8th rendition of the Reimagined series. So, I mean, unanimously, or shit, close to unanimously, I mean, everybody's saying that this is probably the best one so far, between these, the Bread 4s, or maybe the White Cement 3s. But, you know, we'll see. All right, so we made it here to the mall. Pick up these Reimagined 5s, the black metallic Johns. Got on some beaters today. What my man Jeff T be saying? Oh yeah, these was by the door. I just slid these on. The black Blazer 4s. Slid those things on. Come in here. Let's cop our pair. So we do have our pair secure. You know, we can't wait to bust that lid open, see what it look like. You know, for it to be release day Saturday, you know, Southland, I mean, I guess nowadays, I mean, it's just a dead mall anyways. You don't see too much traffic up here. You know, for the most part, they're doing sneaker reservations. So I guess you wouldn't really be here until maybe after 5. After 5, it becomes first come, first serve. But, you know, it's pretty dead. I did want to catch like some B-roll of, you know, some of the other releases that was widely available. You know, you're not even seeing too many of those pairs no more. So, you know, it wasn't really too much of anything outside of like running, training shoes, things of that nature. So, you know, we're gonna try another mall, see if we can catch some steals somewhere, something that's been sitting. We'll see. All right, so we back in the dojo. We got our pair secure. That good 10-5. That good 10-5 becomes in your traditional 3, 4, 5, 6 box. You know, the label read on that thing. Let's see if we can focus up real quick. Black, white, metallic, silver. My focus ain't working up. But that's what the label read. So let's crack this thing open. Let's get to it. So it comes in that that little flimsy, black paper that you would see, like I say, on a Jordan 5. You got like a little divider up in here. And just off the rip, man, I mean, seeing these in person for the first time, I mean, everything is billed. The hype is billed as advertised, man. Like, it ain't really much to say about it. We already knew what it was. We already knew this was gonna be a very, very clean shoe. Of course, we know the white laces make that thing pop. Of course, I just feel like you gotta keep the white laces in there with that translucent bottom. Jumpman, your classic Jordan 5 bottom, with the Nike Air on the ass, stamped of approval. That's a very clean, it's just a clean shoe, man. There's not much to say about it. These things going in the case for sure. That was never up for debate. I don't know when I'm gonna let them touch earth, but this is one of those ones. It was just a must cop, and we have quite a few of those coming up, so you true sneakerheads know. Like I say earlier, man, you got to put that leg work in. Them things is gone. Your spare pair, your black laces, that'll probably never go into this pair at least, but spare pair of black laces. Got your 3M around the toe box, 3M on the tongue. They did these things right. So, I mean, it's without a shadow of a doubt. I feel like, when we're looking at the bottom of the year and we're reflecting on what was some of the best shoes this year, and we got a shit ton of more releases, from your Great Fives, your Taxis, your Flu Games, your Bread Ones, if you're fortunate enough to grab a pair of those. We got a shit ton of releases coming up. So, it's kind of hard to say early on, but for me, I speak confidently when I say at the end of the year, majority of the sneaker community had is top 5, top 10 cops of the year. So that's all she wrote with this thing. We on to the next one. We'll be back next week with that How to Cop vlog, for the ones that's trying to go for the bread 85 highs. If you can't get those, I know they only in select states. So I'm fortunate enough being in Detroit. We got 218 downtown. So I'm fortunate enough to be close enough to give myself a chance to grab those. We gonna shoot, see how that go. But I mean, the very next day they dropping the Reimagined, black toe ones. So it's a lot to be excited about, coming up this year if you're a sneakerhead. So your Reimagined Jordan 5 metallic blacks, and we out.